Hello. My name is Ijoma Duru of Nabella Couture, and today we'll be having the course called Lace Millinery. I hope you're excited to be in class today, and I will be showing you so many techniques on how this was being achieved. In this course, you'll be learning how to make your leather leaf. You'll be learning how to wire your beads. You'll also be learning how this lace was converted into this beautiful floral you can see. And also, I'll be teaching you on how to mount this on your hat base. So stay tuned as I show you on how all those beautiful works was being achieved. Here we have our lace. You could use any kind of fabric, and we'll be using this tool, which is like a soldering iron, to cut off the parts we won't be needing for this project. You could also use your scissors, but I like using the soldering iron because it removes the edges. Can you see what we've achieved? Frayed edges. Next, we'll be placing it on the cellophane rubber, and using our brush, we'll be applying our stiffener. You could either use the wood cam or the top bond or whatsoever stiffener you find comfortable, but for me, I use my wood cam. And I'll be applying it. You could mix it with a little bit of water. Then I'll smear it around the front and back. When I do this to the front, I'll turn it over and we'll smear. Next, I'll be putting it under the sun to dry off. Can you see what we achieved after it's been dried? It becomes firmer. Next, we'll be using our millinery wire 0.71, and we'll be placing it at the middle. Take the measurement you want. Make sure you have enough. You'll be needing that. Using our scissors, we'll cut off the measurements. We'll be using our UHU glue to apply glue on our lace. So you could use any cotton lace to achieve this result. Any cotton lace to achieve this. Smearing our UHU glue, we'll apply the wire right at the center. Then we'll look for another trimming. This was gotten from the same lace, and I'll be using it to cover it up. Can you see how this was achieved? And we'll be doing the same for every other lace we have cut out. Every other lace cut out, we'll be doing the same thing. And this is what we've achieved so far. So I'll be showing you on how to make the arrangement. You take 3 pieces and you twist them together. You could take more than 3, but for this course, we'll be using just 3. You could decide to go 5 or 4. But for this, I'll be using just 3. After twisting, you open it up to form your rose effects. Make sure they overlap each other. Can you see what we've achieved? And you do that for the other ones also. Can you see what we got? You could decide to go 5 like I mentioned earlier on. This is 4 and this is 5, but it's going to be too broad for me. That's not what I want to achieve. I want it a bit smaller, so I'll be going just 3. Repeating the same for the last one. Watch carefully. We had 3 placed on top of each other. We make sure the edges meet and we twist it together. You make sure they overlap. This sits on this and this sits on that one. Can you see how it was? You make sure they sit on top of each other. The wire at the center makes it have this curvy effect whenever you pull it in. Next, I'll be showing you on how the stamen was applied at the center. You take a substantial amount of stamen you want. This is called the stamen. Using your wire, you could use any size of wire, but for this, it was a 0.71 that was used. We'll locate the center of the stamen and we'll wrap our wire just as you can see. Ensure it's at the center. It's at the center. Next, we'll be using our hot glue, and you apply glue just at the center there. The purpose of this is to bring it together. It's quite hot. You take your time and you fumble it in, exerting a bit of pressure. You twist, make sure it glues in together. That place is loosened up. We are going to apply more glue. We want to make sure they all come in together. Can you see what we've achieved? You twist that part together. And we'll be placing it at the center. You twist them all up together. And you make your arrangements. Watch carefully how the arrangement is being made. We're making sure we apply the glue and it sits on top of each other. Now with the last lap, you put the glue there and you curve it in. You arrange it properly. Make sure you arrange it properly. And that's it. Can you see what we've achieved so far? And you could do this for all lace petals you have with you. Next, I'll be showing you on how I made the leaf shape, how I had the leaf shape cut out. Using a pencil, we'll take our drawing, because if I say you should do a freehand drawing, you won't be able to achieve it. So you just cut out any plant you can see and you retrace it. So you trace it out. Can you see it traced out? You highlight it very well so that when you are cutting, you'll be able to see it very well to cut out. Next, we'll be using our scissors to cut out our templates. You carefully cut out the templates. Note that this was being cut out on a card. You could use any paper or a hard card to get your templates done. Now you can see our templates. So this is what we'll be using to our leaf. Can you see the leaf? So I'll be showing you on how this leaf was achieved from the center and how we came about that. Also, you'll be shown on how the wire also was being made. So back to our leaf making. This is our template. We'll be cutting it on our leather. You trace out the template on your leather. Using our scissors, we're going to cut out the leaf shape on the leather. So this is Babella Koto online courses. We have other courses available for sale. If you enjoy this class so far, you give it a thumbs up. So this is our leather, and we'll be using our wire at the center of the leather. Make sure you have allowances. During the course of the week, you will see, during the course of the online training, you're going to see why we needed the allowances. So now you'll be putting your super glue just to stick the wire at the center. This gives it a fast hold. applying our UHU glue. We smear our UHU glue all around it. Ensure that the glue doesn't stain the front of your work. Carefully lift it up and place it on your leather again, like you're sandwiching it. Can you see what we've achieved so far? Then you exert a bit of pressure, making sure it sticks together. Using our scissors, we'll cut out. So make sure you trim it carefully. You trim the edges carefully. Now going back to our beading, you pick out 5. You have your beads stringed in your wire. This is 0.70 wire, and I'm going to count out 5 of my beads. This bead is size 6 mm. Size 6 mm bead was used, and the wire size is 0.7. So I'll be taking it 5 of my bead. This is crystal round beads, and watch carefully how this beading was being achieved. Ensure that the distances are same. Then you twist down. Change it. Seeing eyes of mine, you see, there are no trees inside of me. In this desert, I can look at you with love. Seeing all that I can learn. Can you stay and I will grow? So can you see how it's going? So you continue twisting your wire while you take your bead to the length you want, as long as you want it.
Don't know where we're gonna fly like you did sometimes. Seeing eyes of mine. Love, 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 I wanna be strong, strong. We're doing wrong, but I'll try to feel.
So can you see how our wire was achieved? Next, we'll be using this white cord. I measured mine 10 inches, and that is where I'll be using to arrange all that we've had: the leather leaf, the wire, the lace flower will all be going into this white wire. Note that the length is substantial to change. For this, I used 10 inches. It all depends on you. If you want it shorter, probably you're using just 2 roses of the laces, definitely it's going to be short. So using our super glue, we'll apply it. So you see, this is the excess I talked about earlier on when cutting your wire, because you'll be using it to roll over the white wire. So watch out how I arranged this. You could arrange it your own way, you have to be creative. But this is just an insight on how you could achieve it. Kindly note that Nabella Couture online courses are not to be sold out for your own personal gain. Kindly report anybody you find selling out these courses to other people by their own brand and not by Nabella Couture. And also check on other courses available which could aid you in your millinery journey. So as we move, we'll apply the super glue. This helps it, keeps it firm and avoid it from shaking while you do your arrangements.
Seeing eyes of mine. Love, 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 I wanna be strong, strong. We're doing wrong, but I'll try to fix it. Love, 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 I wanna be strong, strong. We're doing wrong, but I'll change it, change it. Inside of me, in this desert, I can look at you with love, seeing all that I can learn. Can you stay and I will grow? Go through the hanging gardens of Babylon. Love, 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 I wanna be strong, strong, strong. We're doing wrong, but I'll fix it, fix it. Love, 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 I wanna be strong.
So as you move, you apply your super glue.
Don't know where we're gonna fly like you did sometimes. Seeing eyes of mine. Love, 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 I wanna be strong, strong. We're doing wrong, 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 but I'll try to fix it. Love, 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 I wanna be strong, strong. We're doing wrong, 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 but I'll change it, change it. Seeing eyes of mine, you see, there are no trees inside of me. In this desert, I can look at you with love. Seeing all that I can learn. Can you stay and I will grow? The hanging gardens of Babylon. Love, 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 I wanna be strong, strong, strong. We're doing wrong, 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 but I'll fix it, fix it. Love, 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 I wanna be strong, strong, strong. We're doing wrong, 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 but we'll change it, change it. I would like to tell you my mystery. I would like to go with you into the street. Please don't deny your love makes me feel alive. Love, 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 I wanna be strong, strong, strong. We're doing wrong, 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 but I'll fix it, fix it. Love, 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 I wanna be strong, strong, strong. We're doing wrong, 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 but I'll try to change it. I wanna be loved by you. Loved by you.
So can you see what we've achieved so far arranging them? Can you see how it is? But we won't be leaving this back that way. No, we have to cover it up using the same leather. You trim off just a little bit from the main source of your leather, just a little bit, like 1/4 inch in length, and we're using it to wrap off the back to make it neat. Applying a little bit of your hot glue, you start right from the top and you wrap it. You take your time. You have a neat wrapping done. ensuring you cover up all the wires at the back. So you do that till you get to the end. Can you see what we've achieved? Now I'll be showing you on how to mount this on your hat base. So we have a course called Millinery 101 on how to make this hat base. We'll be placing it on top of it. Look for the position that suits you well. And we are going to sew. We are going to sew this on your hat base. Like I mentioned, we have a course on how to make the hat base using our fishing line and our big needle. We will be sewing what we made to the hat base. So carefully watch on how I sewed this. Leave about 3 inches. We'll be sewing about 3 inches of that center. About 3 to 4 inches is what we'll be sewing. You overlap it. You're having your hemming stitch. This is called the hemming stitch. You make sure it goes over. You take your time, you go over it, ensuring you have a firm stitch done. You see the inside, I'm pinching it, making sure the inside is also neat. That's why we're using the fishing line, or call it the invisible thread. We are done sewing, so you tie it off. Our work is done. We've gotten a firm stitch. Next, we'll be applying a Alice band. So how this is being achieved, the full course on how to make your hat base, attachment of your Alice band, you can have that in Millinery 101. It's like a prerequisite before this course. So we have our work going by the side of our head. So you measure 5 and 6 inches and you apply an hot glue to put it in position before you start stitching. So just how this was being achieved properly is in Millinery 101. You can get this course at a discount if you have purchased this lace millinery. So now we have it stitched firmly, wrapped off, covered, sealed. We have a glue there. Don't worry, we could take it off using the hand sanitizer. So for this was gotten from the remnants. This you see here is the remnants of our molding, what we had trimmed off. When you have the Millinery 101 course, you'll see what I'm talking about. But I'm going to just show you on how I attached this remnants to our work. This was just used to cover up the back, give it a new look. I will apply the hot glue. Make sure you use a very good hot glue that enables your work stick properly. I'll just ruffle this in and place it in there. You could decide to sew, but for me it's unnecessary because I'm using a very good glue gun. and you stick it in. The exact pressure, make sure it sticks properly. This is just to finish off the hearts and give it a new look. Can you see what you've achieved so far? How beautiful our work is. So I can't wait to see what you are going to craft using this training. Can you see her work? Let's place it on a mannequin. Wow. Wow, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. Let's get the 360 look. Beautiful. Beautiful. So I'll be waiting to see your own creativity via the help of this video. Keep supporting and trusting the brand Nabella Couture for your online courses. Happy crafting.